Welcome to the college football playoff. The season's had plenty of ups and downs, but all the drama has led up to this point, the beginning of this 12-team playoff in front of a home crowd and a raucous environment. And our matchup tonight sets up a potential Cinderella story, the last team to qualify for this 12-team playoff on the road against a team that likely believes it should be resting and watching this first-round game on TV. This is a dangerous spot for the home team and a chance for the underdog to spring an upset and move on to the quarterfinals. As we'll see the number 9 seed in this playoff, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the number 8 seed in the playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. We have been waiting for this, the college football playoff with an on-campus environment. Can't wait to get this going. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this college football playoff gets underway. And it's caught from inside the 20. And he's brought down at the 28. That's where the drive will start. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Quick throw complete to the tight end. They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a first down.
But good job with the offensive line giving his quarterback time to throw. And you can see the damage he can do to you when he does have time. A great throw and something you just kind of expect in Tallahassee. A quarterback that can make throws like this.
Going with the old counter run here. Runs through a tackle. He's got space here. That's a big gain deep into enemy territory. Ball down near the 30.
Really good patience here from the back. And anytime you have a big gain like this, that means the receivers are doing their job as well at that second and third level of the defense, picking up some bigger blocks and helping them get even more yards.
You've seen you able to make the stop after a short gain.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. Handoff from the shotgun. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
This defensive coordinator better make some adjustments. This back is on fire to start this game. You better start committing those safeties down, overloading that line of scrimmage, because this back is physical, he's got speed, and he is tough to bring down.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness for getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Snags the quick throw. He's brought down at the 6. The offense will have first and goal right there.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a third down early in the game, a chance to get him off the field, but instead this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
So off the loss, it's second and goal from the 7. Back to throw. It's Kromenhoek. Pressure is coming. And he'll make it in for the score. Touchdown, Knowles. This offense comes out immediately, gets points on the board. Welcome to the playoff.
Man, that's coming out on the field with a purpose. Look, it's playoff time. Everything you prepared for is earned here and now. And that opening drive was the fruits of that preparation.
Lining up to try the extra point. PAT makes it 7-0. Now they get set to kick it away. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Set up. It's a first down play. There's some pre-snap movement. Back in motion. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Going absolutely nowhere. That'll be a loss of the play.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
So from the 21-yard line, it's now 2nd and long. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
This is a great job of being prepared by this defense. Almost anticipating this play, they're in position to bring him down for a loss.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Back to throw. It's Nolan. And he lofts it toward the sideline. That one falls incomplete. They tried to press it deep, but now it brings up 4th down.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
Ball rolls dead, and the coverage team downs it right there. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. They reached the end zone the last time out, trying to do the same thing here. Running out of time in the pocket. Looking to scramble now.
That's how you get after the quarterback. This is a great play by the defense, being able to affect the timing between the quarterback and the receiver. And, man, how about the hit at the end of the play? And he laid the hit stick on him there.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Ball handed off. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the mark, inches away.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Running play called on 3rd and short. Brought down to the 27. It's a first down. This offense really threatening now.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
Well, they're making this offensive line really think and communicate. Bringing different blitzes. This time the outside linebacker gets to the quarterback and comes up with a big sack for the D.
We'll see if they can overcome the sack. 2nd and very long. On the run, he's going to chuck it deep. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. And he's got some open field ahead. And look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover. And the Ohio State offense
comes back onto the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Getting set. Here's second down. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Dropping back. It's Nolan. Makes a quick grab. Tackled pretty quickly, but that is a decent gain on the throw.
One thing I love about... is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
What will the call be on 3rd and long now from the 44? Hands off to the fullback. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. 4th down now. The ball near midfield. No punting team. The offense is going for it.
Alert, alert. Flip it, go.
Give it to the big fullback here. And this offense picks up the first down. They tackle him at the 44. 4th down conversion gives them a fresh set of downs, but time is running out. They get to the line quickly. He'll hand it off. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. See what that's about.
What I always love to see on these offsides call is when they're always pointing at each other. You know, he did it. I didn't do it. Put it on him. Well, we know this time it's on the defense. They're going to make the right call.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? A pop pass on the jet sweep. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
The Buckeyes lining up here on 1st and 10. Ball handed off. Makes the catch for the defense. Breaks in the ball, and it's a short gain. But crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. 2nd down. The back's got it. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, Chris, this is going to set up a big 3rd down now for this offense. They're down early in the game with all the hype and the pressure on a playoff game. You don't want to dig yourselves too big of a hole. They got to keep this drive alive, so they need to convert right here.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time. The Buckeyes hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Needs a completion here on 4th down. Looking for his big tight end. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. He'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Perfect timing here by this quarterback. Great read, puts the ball where his man can make a play on it, and they're an extra point away from tying this game up.
They're set now to try the PAT. And it's good. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And the coverage team brings him down at the 26. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Catch made on the out route. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
Looking to throw. It's Promenhoer. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
In the third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
Well, the defense loads up to show blitz, and anytime they bring that kind of pressure, the quarterback knows he's got to be able to get the ball out of his hands quickly. Nice job of locating the tight end for that first down.
Looks downfield and connects with a wide-open wide receiver. And the stop is made, but not before a huge gain moves the ball to the 32.
I understand the concept of bringing the blitz, and you hope that it gets home. But if you don't, you leave your corner in man-to-man situation against this wide receiver.
And they chase him down outside the pocket for a sack.
Good pressure here by this defense, but it felt like the quarterback held onto the ball a little bit too long to come up with that sack for the D.
See if the offense can overcome that sack. Second and long. Fires it to the wideout. There's a wide-open receiver, complete. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for one or two more plays before halftime. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. Trying to find some room. It's Davis. The junior able to bring him down quickly. So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half. So on second down, they'll try out the field goal unit, trying to get in 3 before halftime. And that kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
So here's the kickoff now. Offense settling for 3, tacking on a little bit of momentum before the halftime break. He's going to return it from near the goal line. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. Time running down. Just 1 play left here in the half. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Dumps it down to the back. Clock. They make the tackle as time expires. That'll do it for the first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. The Noles will kick this away to get the second half going. Return begins inside the 10. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. It's an option look. Pitch play to the back. The pickup is 7 yards. Now 2nd and 3.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Same tailback, another carry. Buckeyes pick up enough yards to move the sticks.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
That run picks up 1st down yardage, a fresh set of downs for this offense. Oh, it's a reverse. Tackled way behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose 7 yards.
Well, the backside rules for a defense against the run are to check for the cutback, the counter, or reverse. That time they stayed home and were in perfect position and were able to stop that reverse in its track.
They'll try the option play here. Pitch to the back. Breaking free at the 35. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
On 1st down, they'll keep the running game churning. It's a 2-yard game. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example of a defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. They'll run it here. He breaks free now, has room to run. That's an explosive game. They've got him, but they gain all the way to the 28.
Big runs like this are just demoralizing for a defense. It's one thing to give up big plays over your head against the pass game. Where teams can run the ball, pick up yards like this, it really affects the team's mental psyche and their confidence. And we'll start to see some missed tackles following a play like this.
Receiver in motion now. Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one. The Buckeyes hustle to the line to run the hurry up. It's a shotgun run call. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Talking about quickness, that play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He's stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now.
Pickup of 5. 4th down coming up.
So a field goal attempt coming up now.
On the field goal.
So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their 1st of the half.
Timeout, Ohio State.
Well, no surprise here. They're already 2 for 2 on 4th down. Try to make it 3 for 3 here. To throw, it's Nolan. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. He finds the running back for a 4th down catch. They finally tackle him down at the 1 after that catch and run.
Boy, the defense had everybody accounted for except the running back. You could really feel the quarterback having to work through his progressions. He came off his primary, finally finds the running back, and they pick up the 1st down.
They try to muscle toward the end zone on the ground. Touchdown, Ohio State will take the lead in the 2nd half. That kind of execution, a long drive, that's why this team made it in the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with a pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
The extra point is good, so it's 14-10 now. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. The last possession, they had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Can they find the end zone this time out? Nice grab. It's Davis. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. They'll hand it off. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
So a very makeable third down for the offense from the 29. Looking downfield, it's Kromenhoek. Quick throw to his receiver. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now fourth down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. Third and short, your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
That's reeled in. It's McCoy. They've got him, but they convert on fourth down, and the drive keeps going. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Breaks a tackle into the clear. After second effort, he's brought down, but he's past the marker.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
The Seminoles pick up enough yardage for a fresh set of downs. He's running out of time here. Extending the play now. He's got enough for the first down and still going. Brought down at the 3 after an excellent running play.
Boy, how many times do we see this late in a fourth quarter? You know the pass rush is going to be there. They're getting after him. They're getting upfield. They get a great push. But what do they create? Space and lanes. And he takes off and picks up a first down.
They'll try to run it in on first and goal. Touchdown, Florida State. And they'll claim the fourth quarter lead.
Boy, just a great job here by the offensive line and the running back to be able to get this ball into the end zone late in the game like this, now in the fourth quarter, to give them the lead.
The PAT is important to make it a 3-point lead. Kick is up and good. They go up by 3 here in the fourth quarter. Can they hang on? Getting set to kick the ball off now.
Florida State 17, Ohio State 14.
Kick crosses the goal line before bouncing over the sideline. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. Breaking free at the 35. McGain is good enough for a first down near the 38.
Well, it's a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
See what the call is on first and 10. A pop pass on the jet sweep. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so second and 7.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide and can create some vertical seams for big plays.
They get him down, but he crosses midfield, out the ball at the 44. The Buckeyes looking to crank up the tempo a bit. There's the handoff. Stopped after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. A quick throw out left, complete. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down here. Time for perhaps one more play before the 2-minute warning. And we've reached now the 2-minute warning. Sets up as a dramatic finish as this offense tries to grab the lead late here. So an important 3rd down play coming up. A field goal try here would be from 60. They'll try to run it with the option. The defense stops him short of the marker, so it's 4th down coming up.
Now, 4th down.
Buckeyes will come to the line on 4th down, hoping to keep this drive going. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
Chris, we've watched this offense all year make plays and come up with drives like this to give their team a chance to win football games. And now we are the biggest stage of the year, and they come up with one more touchdown to give them the lead.
Still an important piece of business to take care of here, the extra point. PAT up and good. The lead is 4 here in the final quarter. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And the return starts from inside the 20. He'll be tackled at the 27. That's where the drive will start. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. Looking to pass, it's Kromenhoek. The pass rush closing in. Can't get it away. The defense has got away. Huge stop at this stage of the game.
Well, the quarterback makes a mistake here. That's football 101. Once you get outside of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation and not take the sack, especially in the 4th quarter.
Quick throw to the left. Beautiful catch right near the sideline. Gets the foot down.
Hey, you're trailing late in a game like this. You're looking to get the ball thrown to the outside on the perimeter, make a nice catch, pick up positive yards, and then get out of bounds. If that defense is going to give it to you, take it every time.
The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. Looking to throw it on 1st down. Looking for his big tight end. It's caught downfield. That's a big play. Moves the ball down inside the 30.
Well, I'll tell you what, this guy's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. And here we are, late in the game. He needs to continue to play with that consistency. That's a great example that he's up to it.
Breaking tackles. He's moving out of the pocket. Cannot get the throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this stage of the game.
Well, this is too big of a moment in the game to be able to take a sack like this for this offense. Coming off a huge gain, critical time, and then to go backwards like that. Interested to see how they'll respond here.
He's going to pull it down and run. They bring him down. That's a very solid game, but still well short of the 1st down.
Well, that's a big-time scramble by that quarterback. My gosh, if you're the defensive coordinator, you got to be scratching your head. You had him at 2nd and forever. You take away everything downfield, and this guy picks up these yards by running the ball. Now, it's 3rd down. You better make up for it right here.
And the offense calls timeout with 17 seconds left.
Well, if I'm this defense, you get these guys to third down, you better bracket or double team some kind of coverage roll to this receiver to take him away. This guy makes another big play.
Looks to his left and makes the completion. Touchdown, Seminoles. They go in front in the final minute of play.
Now, this is why they love this guy so much, is when it's crunch time, he makes plays like this. And what I love is the quarterback knows all I got to do is get the ball in his hands, and he can do the rest of the work and get it all the way to the end zone. Great play.
An important PAT now to make this a three-point game. And the kick is good. A three-point game now in the fourth quarter. It's all up to the defense.
That makes the score Florida State 24, Ohio State 21.
Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Offense getting set here, needing some big plays to get into field goal range. The clock winding down. To the air, it's Nolan. And the clock winding down, they'll take a deep shot. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. He's got some room and some blockers here. And on that takeaway, the final play of the game. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.